In this video, we are going to talk about lazy loading. First, we will discuss what is lazy loading. Then we will see its implementation without any third-party JavaScript libraries. Then just by using like HTML attribute. And then we will see how we can implement lazy loading by introducing a third-party library to improve its performance. And we are going to use a Lozad.js for that. Okay, so what is lazy loading? Lazy loading is a technique used for loading the content or used for loading the content of the website, such as images or other media like videos or iframes, only when the user scrolls down to them. What I mean by that is, if I go to any website, let's say New York Times, if I open their website, there are gonna be so many videos, so many images. But if they load all of their images and media content as soon as the web page load, this is gonna slow down the website, which will cause the website performance issues, and the user is not gonna stick. So if I scroll down, then the image, let's say like this image is here, this is gonna load only when I reach like maybe here, then it will load here. And if I keep scrolling down, you notice like these images on the right side were loading when I scroll down. Let's see if we can see another example. Yeah, notice these images just loaded when I scroll down to them. If I slow down my internet, you're gonna see its effect more. Right now my internet is fast, like you don't see that lazy loading effect seamlessly. But I will show you when I will give you the example by slowing down my internet to understand how lazy loading works. Let's jump to implementation. First, we're going to see its implementation only through the HTML. So here is the project. Like I have 3 files: HTML file, script.js, style.css, and I have downloaded 6 images, which I downloaded from Pixabay. And they provide copyright free images. If you need, you can download them, or I will upload them to GitHub as well. Next is gonna be, I'm just gonna add in the HTML markup. And in here, I'm gonna add in the images. Just giving it some random alt attribute. In here, I will say 2, 3, just to show different images. And then, okay, right now there is no lazy loading effect on it, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of CSS. I'm just gonna add in from top and bottom 120 pixels, so I can scroll down easily and notice the effect. Let me run it. Let's see what we got. Okay, it is not working because I didn't link my CSS file. Let's link it here and refresh again. Okay, so right now it's currently on the left side. It's totally fine, but I just want to make it to the center. So making it auto to keep it to the center. H1 is gonna be to the center as well. Okay, notice here all the images are loaded. There is no such thing like when I scroll down and they are loading them on the scroll, and we can confirm it from here. If I open up my network tab, let me zoom in. Network tab first. If you notice here, this is where you have to look up when you want to see like which resources are loaded. So if I refresh, notice all of my images loaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and whatever their size is, it's loaded here. So this network tab confirms that which resources got loaded on the page refresh. Now let's see if we can add in a loading attribute, or sorry, lazy loading, loading attribute to it. And if I add in loading attribute, and I have to say lazy, and that's it, and the lazy loading effect is added, and when you will scroll down, only then you will see those images loaded up. Let me refresh it again. Let me refresh loading. For some reason still doing all of the images. For some reason, even though I added the loading lazy attribute, it should have worked, but still all of the images are getting loaded. So let me just copy this and paste it actually in the Firefox. It is working in the Firefox. So that is why the third-party libraries exist. Like sometimes a browser compatibility issue comes up. Chrome comes up as impatient than the Firefox and loads up all the images. But although Chrome, Safari, and Firefox support this, but we still saw that Chrome came up as compatible issue for this small project. So that is why the third-party libraries exist. If I refresh it again, you see like 1, 2, 3, 4 is loaded. And when I will scroll down to the a little down, you will notice here on the right side, the 5th and 6th image will get loaded also. Right here, notice 5 and 6 got loaded when I scroll down to them. So that is why we need, actually this also brings in your attention to why we need is why do third-party libraries exist for the lazy loading. Let me introduce the third-party library, which is called Lozad. There are other as well, such as lazy load, even if you use AOS animation, AOS library, which allows you to, like when you scroll down on some content, they do animations. They have lazy loading effect already. I'm gonna give you a demo with Lozad. It's a small library, powerful library. If you are using some node project, you can install it using npm install, but right now we just have this simple project. I'm just going to copy this cdn, paste it in my head tag. Right here I will link out my script.js. to work in my script.js, and in here let's see what they are asking us. In HTML, add an identifier to the element. Default selected identifier is Lozad. So they are saying is for all the images, add in a class of Lozad, and instead of using src, replace it with the data source. So these are the two things that we need to do. Let's do it. For all the images right here that we have, I'm going to target all the images and give them a class of what? Lozad. I guess that was Lozad. Yeah. And then source is going to be replaced with data source. That is what I'm going to do, data hyphen source. All right. And that's it. I guess. Do we need anything? No, we need is now these two things before we can see some lazy load effect. We'll do these custom options as well, but let's do the simplest thing. This will just initialize Lozad, and then we will observe its loading, lazy loading effect. I'll paste that here. Let's go to the browser again. Let's refresh. Notice here now this library is working with Google Chrome as well. Let's test it out in the Firefox. Is it working in the Firefox? Yes, it is working in the Firefox as well. We are just right now I'm actually scroll down, so I'm just seeing actually 5 and 6 instead of 1 and 2. If I scroll up, you notice the other images. Now I see 1 and 2. Let me scroll down to see the other images getting loaded. When I scroll down, yeah, so you notice all of the images getting loaded one by one when I scroll down to them. Let's see what other option we can add to this one. In here they're saying like if you want to add in some custom options, you can do it like this, but I want to do is this option. When my image load, this one actually, when my image gets loaded, I want to do a fade in effect. So I'll just copy this, paste that in here. Let's remove this like this, and this will add in loaded class to all the images. When I scroll down to them, this is not going to add in fade in effect, but it will just add in. Okay, it is loaded, but the other images like 5th and 6th shouldn't have. Yeah, this one doesn't have loaded until unless I scroll down to them. So I scroll down to them and it added a loaded class. So what I would do is, using this behavior, I can add in fade in effect. So I would say as soon as the Lozad class has loaded class also, what I can do is, by default Lozad will have opacity of 0. That means it will not be even visible. Okay, so all the images are now not visible, but when they have loaded class added, the opacity is gonna be 1. This will not add any fade in effect, it will be just like visible like this. But the thing will come in like when it switches from 0 to 1, I want to add in between that a nice effect. How can I do that? It's going to be using transition. I'm going to do is 0.3 second, all is in out. Let's refresh again. Let me actually add in a little more time, 0.5 seconds, just to notice the time. Okay, now you notice like if I reach them, you notice a little effect, and I can increase my time to notice completely, and then I will reverse it. 1 second, 1 second. See, now these images have lazy loading as well as a nice animation, nice fade in effect also. That is how you can apply lazy loading to improve the performance. So there are three important things that the external libraries such as Lozad.js provide you. They provide you cross-browser compatibility. They provide you improved performance because the code is being maintained by large number of people or a large number of team, which can make it compatible for make it performant for the larger websites. Third party libraries are maintained by again large number of people, a large number of team, which they keep it up to date with the latest standards and latest updates. So yeah, improved performance, improved maintenance, and cross browser compatibility. And fourth advantage as well, which should be like you can do customization, your own customization, like you can add in animations. You have more control on the things. You can do animations, like when the image load up, like you can specify the custom area, like if it reaches that certain distance, then do the lazy loading thing. This is all for the lazy loading. If you have any questions, please ask me, comment down, message me. I'll respond back. See you next time. Take care.